Mangala madam, shall we start the program?
Good afternoon to one and all. Ma'am, my voice is being heard, right?
Yes, you can start.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. Good afternoon to one and all. As we gather on this beautiful occasion, let me begin by my warm wishes. Wish you all a very happy Independence Day. With this patriotic spirit, allow me to welcome our respected principal, Professor Vasundhara R., the principal, GFGC Chikaballapur. Next, I would wholeheartedly welcome today's esteemed resource person, Dr. Talanki Jeevan Kumar, Associate Professor, Department of English, Government Arts College, Anantapuram, Andhra Pradesh. A very warm welcome to Dr. Sunita Putluru, IQAC Coordinator, GFGC Chikaballapur, who is the architect of this 7 days online FTP. And a very heartful welcome to our technical team, which is the backbone of this faculty development program. Firstly, Professor Narsimha Murthy, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, GFGC Chikaballapur. Secondly, Professor Nagaraja, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics. And Professor Anil R., Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry. And Professor Nitin Anthony Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics. Next, I would gladly welcome our teaching and non-teaching fraternity to the session. Last but not the least, faculty members and participant friends, a very warm welcome to all of you to today's faculty development program. Friends, we have already witnessed several enriching sessions during this FDP. We have explored the possibilities of digital technologies and artificial intelligence in education. Today, we move into another highly relevant and intellectually stimulating area, that is research and academic writing with AI tools. There is a saying, research is seeing what everybody else has seen and thinking what nobody else has thought. In today's academic world, artificial intelligence is increasingly becoming a valuable companion in education as well as research. In that journey, it should not replace the researcher, but should assist the researcher in searching, organizing, analyzing, and presenting ideas more effectively. Ladies and gentlemen, our sixth day session is on the topic research and academic writing with AI tools, research assistance, literature review, and academic writing. It will help us understand not merely what AI can do, but also how we can use it responsibly and very effectively in our research and academic writing. Now, friends, it is time to invite Dr. Sunita P., the IQAC coordinator, Government First Grade College, Chikaballapur, to introduce our today's esteemed resource person. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mangala ma'am.
Sunita ma'am, it is not audible. You are not audible.
Okay, sir. Now?
Now you are audible. Please go ahead.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. It is my proud privilege to introduce our distinguished resource person, Dr. Talanki Jeevan Kumar, TESOL certified master trainer, associate professor, and head of the Department of English at Government Arts College, Anantapuram, Andhra Pradesh. Dr. Jeevan Kumar has an impressive 20 years of teaching experience in higher education. He has also served several important administrative positions, including vice principal, IQAC coordinator, and training and placement officer. His academic excellence was recognized with Srimati Muva Venkatlakshmi Ramasharma Memorial Gold Medal and Srimati Vasagiri Kamalamma Memorial Prize for securing the first rank in post graduation. He is an accomplished author, editor, researcher, and academician. He has also authored textbooks such as English Bridge 1 Life Skills, English Bridge 2 Communicate and Connect, English Bridge 3 Global Future and Business Communication, prescribed for undergraduate students in Andhra Pradesh. He has also written scholarly books on Nobel laureates like Harold Printer and Ngugi wa Thiong'o. His contribution to research is equally remarkable. He has published more than 70 research articles in Scopus, UGC care listed and peer reviewed and referred journals and has more than 60 citations to his credit. He has presented over 80 research papers at national and international seminars and has participated in more than 150 webinars. Dr. Jivan Kumar has also served as a resource person in numerous seminars, workshops, and faculty development programs. His expertise extends to academic content, academic content development, curriculum materials, research, and literary studies. He currently serves on the editorial and advisory boards of several reputed academic journals and has undertaken responsibilities as an editor, section editor, and reviewer. With his rich experience in English language teaching, research, literature, and academic administration and teacher training, Dr. Talanki Jeevan Kumar brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to this program. On behalf of our institution, I extend a very warm and cordial welcome to Dr. Talanki Jeevan Kumar. We are truly honored to have you with us today. Thank you very much. Over to Mangala, madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for a wonderful introduction of such a distinguished resource person of today's program. Now, may I request Dr. Talanki Jivan Kumar to guide us through the practical possibilities of AI-assisted research, literature review, and academic writing. Sir, the session is yours. Jivan Kumar sir, are you there?
Ma'am, kindly ask him to unmute the video as well.
Sir, Jivan Kumar sir, can you please unmute your mic?
Mic as well as video, both.
Jivan Kumar sir, you please unmute your mic and open your camera. Professor Jivan Kumar?
Probably some network issues, I guess, ma'am. He's not there in the group.
No, audio is on, but video is off.
Okay, we will try. We'll try. Sorry for the interruption. Sorry for the disturbance. We'll try. We'll try to get back to him.
It's okay, ma'am.
Good
Take your
afternoon,
time.
చెప్పండి అవునుగా
Sir, unmute your video as well.
మీరు ఎప్పుడు చెప్తే
Sir, you are audible. Please unmute your video as well. Please.
Jeevan Kumar sir, your camera is closed. You can open your camera. Dr. Jeevan Kumar.
Sir, please turn on your video, sir. Enable your video, please.
Dear participants, please bear with us. Our resource person is arranging the thing. Bear with us, please. It will take another few seconds.
Okay, ma'am.
చెప్పండి నేను ఆల్రెడీ చేసినాను వీడియో ఆన్ చేయలేదు అంటే మళ్ళీ నెట్ ఏమన్నా పూర్ బ్యాండ్ పెడుతుంటుందేమో అని స్టార్ట్ అయిన తర్వాత చేద్దామని ఉన్నా రైట్ లేక నేను చేస్తాను ఓకే Good afternoon to all of you. Am I audible?
Yes,
You
sir.
are
Your video.
You are audible.
Hello.
Hello, tell me. Jeevan sir, tell me. You can start.
Hello. Can someone respond? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yeah. You just raise your system sound.
Sir, you are audible. You can continue.
Hello. Is it audible now?
Yes, sir, you are audible. Your video is on. You are audible. You can continue.
Hello.
Sir, sir.
Hello.
Sir, you are audible. You can continue.
మైక్రోఫోన్ నేను మామూలుగా రెగ్యులర్గా ఇట్లా అటెండ్ అయ్యేది బట్ ల్యాప్టాప్ am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
But I am unable to hear your voice. It is very feeble. Hello.
Sunita ma'am, you can
Right.
talk now.
Right. ఇప్పుడు మైక్రో రైట్ సార్. ఓకే. Very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I would like to wish a very happy Independence Day to the organizers and to all the participants. Without any ado, without any delay, let me go with the presentation. I am going to share my screen. If it is visible, if you can see my screen, just post yes or no in the chat box so that I can continue.
Sir, you are audible. Please continue, sir.
Okay. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 1
Your slide is also seen, sir.
Sorry for interruption. I couldn't hear anything. It's a problem with my network. Please, anyone, could you clarify?
Jeevan
Sir,
sir,
there is no
unmute
voice.
yourself, sir. Unmute yourself, sir. Jeevan sir.
Dr. Jeevan Kumar, you unmute your mic, sir. Your voice is not heard. Your slides are seen, visible, but your voice is not heard.
Slideshow mode is not on.
Yes, sir. Now your voice is visible, you audible. Sir.
Am I audible at least now?
Yes, sir,
Go
you
ahead.
are audible. Everything is got corrected now.
Hello.
Everything is correct. You can continue.
Hello.
You are audible. Please continue, sir.
Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Right. Sorry for the inconvenience. Due to some technical glitches, and the voice was unable to reach. So let me begin once again. So that one of the famous Nobel laureate says about research, in his own words, research is to see what everybody else has seen and to think what nobody else has thought. In simple, in his opinion, research is to see familiar things but express those ideas, express those thoughts in an innovative, in a creative way. This is what the opinion of one of the Nobel laureates about research is. Even a great orator by name Shiv Khera, Shiv Khera also says that great people won't do different things, but they do things differently. So, with these two statements, I would like to start my presentation. Before I move on to the presentation, I have already posted two links uh, in our FDB WhatsApp group. Those two links consist of polls. I request all the participants to open those links if you can and start polling so that I can get answers. Based on the answers which you provide, I'll continue with my presentation. I- Is there any problem with the poll? If it is so, please share it on WhatsApp. Sorry, chat. As of now, 9 people have exercised their votes. Now it has increased to 11. So most of them are under the impression that writing is a difficult skill. In fact, I have requested in the question to opt to two instead of one. If you want to modify, you can do that. Otherwise, let it be. It's okay. So 67% of the
10 minutes and
participants are of the opinion that writing is a very difficult task. So let me stop this one. Let me start another question. So next question is writing a research article easy, difficult, time consuming, rewarding, or challenging? This is the second question pertaining to one of the aspects which I am going to deal today. That is why I request the participants even to share your opinion on this. Okay, we'll close the poll now. So far, I have seen 13 people exercising their votes. And if we look at the percentage, 67% of the people are of the opinion that writing a research article is a challenging task. So thank you for your participation. So let me go to the presentation now. So if we look at the brief overview of today's presentation, it is in 4 parts. In the first part, I am going to share some of the views which were expressed by others regarding research, how research was before the arrival of AI, and what is the current status of research after the explosive rise of AI. And in the second section, I am going to give you some AI tools which are very useful to carry out research. And third section, which is going to be the key section in today's presentation, that is writing a research article and selecting an appropriate journal to publish that article. And last part is about various organizations that will permit you to do research, organize seminars, apply for research projects. With this brief overview, I am going to my presentation. So let us look at the components one by one. Literature review, which is highly essential to do research. So before the arrival of AI, any researcher used to go to library. He used to read printed books. He used to read articles in various academic journals. He used to collect database, and then he used to start research. And if we look at the research methodology, again researchers were reading some research methodology books, how to do research, how methodology should be, what methodology is suitable to our research. So after learning all these things, researcher used to begin the research before the arrival of AI. And regarding the collection of data, personally, researchers used to prepare some questions, used to meet some persons face to face, conduct interviews, otherwise, request those people by handing over the questionnaire and asking people to answer those questions. Again, they used to go to those persons, collect those sheets, analyze the data, for each question, what is the percentage? This is how people were collecting data, which was a highly time consuming task before the arrival of AI. And surveys. Even this was also a very difficult task before the arrival of AI. The same holds good even with the hypothesis. Studying theories, they used to go for previous research observations, what were the research gaps. So the researcher was trying to identify all these things and then come out with some questionnaire and then start. And looking at another aspect, generating images. So those days, it was very difficult to generate images. Manually, they have to do it. If the diagram or if any particular image is not good, they have to redraw again. All these things were taking a lot of time to create images. And last but not least, even references, which are essential for any research. So if you look at all these 7 aspects which are most important for carrying out research, before arrival of AI, all these tasks were very difficult. But now, in minutes, I can say, though not in seconds at least, in minutes I can say these things can be done very quickly and more accurately as well. We can ask AI to collect some books pertaining to your topic, and then give us the brief summary of those books and the objectives of those books, and finally link it to our own research. So this task, any AI tool will do it in just in seconds, otherwise at least in minutes. So in simple, what I can say is, before AI, the research was time consuming. It was taking a lot of, it includes a lot of financial expenditure. Personally, they used to go to libraries even as well. And all these things are no more necessary for any research scholar. So this is a brief account of research before AI and after AI. Now let us go on to the second aspect of my session, that is artificial intelligence. I am very much sure that all of you are hearing, all of you are working on these AI tools for the last 5 days, because almost every speaker has touched these things, and you must be practicing before even attending this conference. You are also well aware of all these things. But I have put these AI tools in the best order according to me, not according to many. So I personally feel this should be the order. The most popular AI tools, there may be plenty, but these are the most popular tools which many people know. First one, as you know, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, Copilot, and Grok. So if we look at all these things, the best two that I can suggest to you is, one is ChatGPT and Gemini. In these two, almost you have several features which even a free user can definitely utilize those things. By now, you might be knowing all these things. Even you can create images. Previously, if we want to prepare one particular brochure, either it is about seminar, either it is about FTP and all those things, even flexi designing was very difficult previously. Now, if you just provide some information pertaining to the event that you are organizing and paste that content or information in ChatGPT, in just a few seconds, it will create an image and it will give you. But we must be rather careful in looking at the images, especially when we give logos and the text consists in those logos, whether it is proper, whether it is accurate. These things we should see carefully and then make use of that image. Only then it will be good. Otherwise, sometimes there may be some errors in the message created by image created by ChatGPT. Similar holds good even with Gemini. Or else, if we want to write a research article, we can use one option like deep search. So simply, we can give one particular topic and the objectives which are there in our mind, the ideas which are there in your mind. And if we ask any AI tool to elaborate, to extend, to give a comprehensive information on that particular topic, even we can mention into how many words you need that article. If you just provide some, that article should run between 4,000 and 5,000 words. Everything in imperfect, it will give you without any problem. So these are the advantages of AI tools, which you already know, which I need not repeat. And if we would like to have any demonstration of any of these AI tools, we can take up after this presentation. Move on to the next slide. AI tools to humanize online generated content. All of us know that we are completely dependent on AI. But if we simply generate content using any AI tool, and if we send it to a standard journal for publication, what happens if they cross check using any plagiarism software? Immediately it will show that this is AI generated content. So immediately those people will not accept, will not publish our article, and they will decline. So one suggestion that I can give to all of you is, if you are writing any research paper, you can use AI tool, no problem. But once the data or once the content is generated, you can humanize some of the sentences, because there will be standard phrases, standard structures which AI tools use. Most of the times they use complex sentences, they use clause sentences. So to avoid such things, by using these humanized online generated tools, you can change into human text and rewrite if there are any errors, whether it is coherent or whether it is coherent. We can see all these things and finally send it for publication. So in humanizing the content, these are the 5 best websites which I can suggest to you. So you can use any one, but as you are well aware that free versions have limited words. Let me tell you what a brief account of these 5. So humanize will not restrict you to any words. Even Quillbot doesn't do it. Whether it is 1500 words, whether it is 2000 words, you can simply copy the entire content and paste it in one particular tab and ask to humanize the online generated content. It will do it immediately. But coming to the remaining 3, GPT Human, Humalingo, and Right Draws, these 3 websites have limitation of words. One website will allow you only 300 words. So if you have 1000 words in your research article, you have to check, you have to humanize the online content 4 times, maybe 300, 300, 300, like that. Whereas the first 2, Humanize and Quillbot, doesn't have any restrictions. Even a free user can easily copy the text and ask the AI tool to convert all the complex sentences into humanized sentences which are free from plagiarism. This I suggest you to do for academic writing. Say, for example, you are preparing some content, some summary for one of the topics prescribed in your curriculum. In that context, you make use of these tools, humanized tools. But when it comes to research paper, when it comes to publication, either book or a journal, I request, I sincerely appeal to you is, do not completely depend on these tools. You put some portable, apply some knowledge, and go through the entire paper and add your own ideas, add your own sentences. That will uh, that will give a scope for your article to publish. So these are the 5 AI humanized tools, and this is one of the most important website that I can suggest to all the participants is, there is an AI for that. That is the name of a particular website. It is called TAFT. That is how it shows. The advantage of this particular website is, see, there are several AI tools which are coming every day. Every day there may be some 50 to 60 AI tools will be coming. And what are those AI tools? We are completely unaware. So this website is of immense help in identifying appropriate tools, AI tools, for any academician, for any researcher. Say, for example, one student, one research scholar is doing any research or working for his PhD in a university. So if you visit this, if those people visit this website and type thesis writer, it will show you one particular AI tool. The name of the AI tool is AI thesis writer. Say you want the summary of one particular lesson, you can again ask the same website, give me the AI tools which summarize the content. So it will show you 4 or 5 websites, AI tools. You can choose one, you can click, make use of that one, and you can get the summary of that particular document. This is how this website will assist, will help every academician and researcher in selecting, in giving, in choosing appropriate AI tool which is useful for that particular person. That is why I have tried to include this one, and do not consider that I am the agent or someone for this website. As I found it very interesting, I tried to present it before you. So what do we mean by academic writing? So all these things come under academic writing. So any academician know all these things. I need not explore, I need not go in detail about all these things. But first one we are going to look at now. I am going to lay stress on that one, that is research papers. So before going to this one, let me tell you one thing. If we are in government service, or if we are a research scholar in a university, before maybe 2015 or 2020, many government lecturers, either especially degree colleges, were not asked to publish articles. Even though there was a career advancement scheme, very minimum articles, 1 or 2 articles, they were asking for promotion. But as per latest guidelines, if one has to get the final scale, they should have published 10 research articles. And coming to the universities which are offering doctoral thesis, and every research scholar is supposed to publish a minimum of 4. Almost all universities are thrusting upon this on the research scholars. Out of 4, 2 can be in peer review and 2 can be in Scopus or in Web of Science. So that is how utmost importance is given to writing a research article. That is why in today's session, I try to include this one. And
Sir, your
what I
voice
am
is
going to
not
tell you
coming.
now is the most important elements which we have to follow, which we should remember, which we should consider before we start a research paper. Let me go to one by one. The first aspect that we have to consider is select the specific area and topic. If you want to publish any article, choose any title which has its currency, or it should be any area pertaining to your topic. The current trend it should has. Only then publisher will come forward. Say for example, every October people and the Nobel Committee announces Nobel Prizes. So immediately, if you start thinking of writing any article from whatever field you are, whether you are from literature, whether you are from sciences, whether you are from any other branch or any other discipline, that doesn't matter. If any Nobel laureate is announced and you simply prepare an article by doing some research or by getting content with the help of AI tools, if you send that particular article, even if the journal editor has back volumes, priority will be given to your article because it has its currency, and immediately they will be considered. Such articles will be considered for publication. That is why it is always best or better to choose the latest topic and prepare an article on that. And the second most important one that we have to look at is review of literature and outline clear objectives. most of the standard journals expect a good literature review. If we look at Scopus journals, the more number of books if you consult, the more number of references are there in the article. Such articles are considered as best articles by Scopus committee. See, when they go through the references at the end of the article, if they find 10, 15, they do not consider it. If there are more than 30 to 50 and all the references are there in the body of the article, those things will have weight in considering the publication. And next one, what we have to do is we have to develop a proper methodology before plunging into writing our article. And if the article has any data, collection of data, we have to collect data. Not simply collection, we should do it. Analyze that data, find out the results, and then include those research findings in the article. These generally do not come under any literature or in any arts, humanities papers, but all these things are essential for science and engineering faculty. And next element that we should look at is craft an engaging introduction. See, the very first, at least two paragraphs, I can say, that should be interesting. If those two paragraphs are, in a way, are highly impressive, most of the researchers or most of the editors, most of the readers would get a feeling that they should continue with other paragraphs as well. But if the paragraphs are boring, introduction is normal, there isn't any innovativeness in that introduction, there isn't any objective reference. If such introduction is given, definitely people will not accept, people will not read that particular article. So that is why we have to start an article with an engaging introduction. We can start with a question, or we can start with any other mode that attracts the readers. So later, whatever the question that we have asked in the introduction, or the way we have introduced our objective in the first few paragraphs, should be developed. That main idea should be developed in a proper way and conclude our article. After doing all these things, we have to provide a good title. In my experience, I have seen many people first they decide the title of the paper and then start writing about that particular title, which I don't think is not the which I don't think is the right way. First, we have to write everything, and then we have to carefully go through each and every paragraph which is there in the article, then provide an apt title to our research paper. And after writing research paper, the last but most important part is abstract. Many journal editors, many people will read abstract first and then they go to the article. So what an abstract conveys, usually the main objectives of the paper and the key results, methodology, the outcome, conclusion, everything is briefly conveyed in the abstract itself. That is why any researcher, first they have to write a research paper, then prepare an abstract, and at the end of the abstract, even we have to give 4 to 6 keywords. And if you have attended any seminars, if you have seen the publication of proceedings, many people even won't use 4 to 6 keywords. Then what is the use of these keywords is, see, when articles are published in online journals, somewhere in online, when people search for one of the keywords you have used in your article, it will be visible to that researcher. So that is the advantage of keywords. If you do not use those keywords, uh, the researcher may not find it, the online tool may not find it, so your article will not be visible. That is the essence of these 4 to 6 keywords. And last but not the least, proofread thoroughly, format the paper, and put it in appropriate citation style. So, what do we mean by citation? Every journal has their own citation style. Let me show you what those citation styles are. So these are the 4 popular citation styles which many journals, whether it is Scopus, whether it is Web of Science, whether it is peer reviewed, any standard journal will have one of these 4 citation styles. First one is APA, American Psychological Association. I have just inserted the edition, but you can follow any edition which the journal editor suggests you to give at the end of your article. So first one is American Psychological Association, which many even technical universities are also following this. And the second one is MLA, Modern Languages Association. Third one is IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. So this is primarily useful for the technical professionals, those who want to publish articles in technical journals. They prefer citation style IEEE. And last one is Chicago Manual style. So these are the 4 major citation styles. So before we prepare works cited or references, first we should visit that particular website, what citation style they are asking the article contributors to prepare. In the same format we have to uh, prepare citations at the end of the article. To put it in a nutshell, this is the typical structure of a research paper. So this structure is called IMR-AD. I stands for introduction, methods, results, and D stands for discussion. Then last, conclusion and references. So this is the brief structure of any research paper. Let me show you a sample now. As I come from a literature background, I did not choose to give any abstract. I have chosen general aspect. I request the participants to take a minute or two and go through these 2 abstracts. And if someone can say which one is good, either the first one is good or the second one is good, I'll be happy. You can share this particular information in the chat box if you feel like. So I'll give you 1 minute time. If the screen is visible to you, I think you can read the sentences which are given which are shown on the screen. This is not pertaining to any subject. This is pertaining to society, how society is taking a retrogressive step, back step instead of a progressive step. This is my feeling. Will anyone come forward? Maybe they can unmute themselves and they can speak if they want.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
You can speak.
Am I audible, sir?
Sir,
Yes.
you are audible. You can speak.
Thank you, ma'am. I have uh, I have only read the first paragraph, which means abstract one. I couldn't go through the abstract two, but I have read only the first two lines in the abstract two. Only after reading itself, I came to a conclusion that abstract two is better than the abstract one, ma'am. That's all. That's all from my side, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Uh, some of them are of the opinion that first one is brief and good, sir. Okay. Thank you anyway. Let us continue with the presentation. If we read these two abstracts, as we are all academicians, as we are all teachers especially, always we think about conveying something in a brief, in a simple, uh, in an interesting way, so that the receivers can receive it. This holds good in a classroom, but this doesn't hold good in a research work. So many people do not accept abstract one, though it is very simple, though it has all the elements, though it covers all the aspects which an abstract should has. But any standard journal, any researcher will consider abstract 2 because it is elaborative, it, uh, it has academic writing, it includes all the objectives and many other elements. So let me share in more detail. So what a good abstract should has, what a poor abstract should not has. A good abstract should clearly state objective, focus, and approach of the paper. It should engage the reader by highlighting key themes like moral ambiguity. So if you, as you read abstract 1 and 2, anyway, there is moral ambiguity, questioning moral values itself. The heroes who are supposed to do good things, but here they are doing wrong things and they are encouraging it, they are eulogizing it, and they are promoting it for their own selfish reasons. People, hero is doing smuggling, even such people are also in a way eulogized in the society. But this questions the moral values. That is why a good abstract should question the moral ambiguity. And a good abstract must be in formal language and scholarly language. It should not be written in simple sentences with any simple sentence structures like subject verb object complementary clause. In simple language, we should not write any research article, even the abstract that matters. And a good abstract should cover the narrative structures and audience reception. So we are submitting some paper. What is the opinion of many audience? We should also collect and include in our paper. Last one, logically structured with a clear connection between ideas. So whatever the ideas that are said in the abstract must be properly linked with one another. Only then we can develop into a good research paper, and only then we can consider a good abstract. So if these elements are missing, means we can simply say it is a poor abstract. So here, this is an AI generated. I have given the content and simply asked AI to put it in structural format. I request the participants to go through this one. There are minor errors in the image. Those errors are not connected to any text, any structure. Apart from the text, apart from the structure, there is one minor error which which exists in the image. This I have deliberately added because in the beginning I said one thing, that AI will make errors while creating images. So to prove that point, I'm trying to show you this image. Can anyone tell me what exactly the error is in this particular abstract, or they can post that error in the chat box if they want. Okay, let me tell you what the error is. So between these boxes, there is one arrow mark which is not properly connected. See, if we come from bottom, keywords is properly directed with an arrow mark. Even last but one from bottom, implications is also slightly connected. But coming to conclusion, the arrow mark shows some other things. It is showing results and findings. Similar case with other arrow marks. So without observing all these things, if we simply send it, it may lead to miscommunication. That is why when we generate any content, either it is in the form of image or in the form of text, it is our duty, it is our need to go through everything carefully, meticulously, and then send it to others. Only then we'll be avoiding, will not be creating any confusion to the receivers. So, which journal we have to choose for publication? There are many substandard journals these days. There are weekly journals. In fact, I should call it magazines, but there are some editors who have simply called it weekly journal, and by simply collecting money, they publish articles. Whatever the material that you send, whatever the article that you send, by simply collecting article processing charges, they will publish the article. No doubt, you will have one publication under your credit, but we should think of considering our sharing our putting our ideas to a larger audience in publishing standard journals. So how to identify that this particular journal is a standard journal? If you look at all these elements and then decide whether the website journal which you have visited is a standard one or a fake one or a substandard one. So let us look at one by one. First thing, it should have an ISSN. There is a difference between ISBN that you know, I think, I don't want to repeat. International Standard Book Number, International Standard Serial Number. Serial number ISSN will be given to journals. ISBN will be given to books. So first, any researcher, any article contributor must see whether the journal which we are sending our article must has an ISSN. Sometimes there may be two ISSN, EISSN, PISSN, doesn't matter. If one ISSN it has means, okay, we can consider. And the second one that we need to consider is DOI, Digital Object Identifier. These days, if you look at some top bodies like UGC, uh, like other bodies, they are giving priority to DOI. So every article must have a unique ID. That unique ID is called DOI. If the if the editor adds this DOI, wherever your article is, if people click on the DOI, it will take you to your article. So in online, it is an object identifier for your article. That is why many journals are buying or registering in DOI website, and even there is one American website by name Cross Reference. They are also offering these DOIs. And you may get a doubt here. These days, many journals are in a way buying DOI and giving DOI numbers to each contributor. But what about articles which we have already published? They may not have DOIs. So what we can do is, there is one particular website by name Zenodo. I can show you later at the end. Zenodo, zenodo.com. So you can visit this website. You can log in using archid credentials, ORCID, archid credentials, and get one free DOI even to your previous articles. Even if you have a printed journal, you can upload that printed journal by scanning your article and get one DOI for your article. So this will give recognition to your article when others search for that article. And next one that we need to look at is impact factor. So what is its impact factor? Whether it is 5 plus, whether it is more than 6 or 7. So first, again, we need to look at the impact factor. If the impact factor is more, the score that you get is better. And next one, in which it is indexed. Whether it is indexed in Scopus, whether it is indexed in Web of Science, whether it is indexed in DOAJ, ERIC, EBSCO, there are many things. Whether that journal is indexed in all these websites, we need to cross-check. And then we should look at what is the aim or what is the scope of the journal. We have written one article. It may not be suitable to the aims and scope of that journal. If we simply send it, means they may take 2 or 3 weeks, they may take 1 month, and then they may decline, considering that this topic doesn't come under our scope, so it is rejected. So what happened here? A minimum of 1 month time is wasted if you do not observe the aim or the scope of that journal. So all these 5 things we need to consider before we decide to which journal we have to send. The next things are peer review process. So almost every journal has a certain peer review process. If the peer review process is too lengthy, if they take more time, better you decide whether you can send that article to that particular journal or not. If any journal is taking 6 months time to do review process, and if you cannot wait for 6 months, you need it maybe in 2 to 3 months. If you send it, you will be wasting your time. And the next one is editorial board. See the editor who are in the editorial board, and then publication frequency. As I told you just now, you wanted to have an article within 2 to 3 months, but the journal which you have selected will publish, will bring out a volume, will bring out an issue once in 6 months. What happens? Your article will not be given an imprint immediately. And then look at the publisher's reputation, whether it is a genuine journal or a substandard journal. You can search it in Google. You can even ask any AI tool for that. Then read author guidelines. So how you have to send the article, whether your article shouldn't have your details in your article, because some standard journals, whether it is Scopus, even Web of Science, those people prefer any article without our details on the first page, because when they send it for reviewers, they don't want to disclose, they don't want to reveal our name and our designation and all those things. So some journals do not ask these details at the beginning of the article. They want as a separate title. That is why we have to read the guidelines of that journal and prepare abstract or even full research article in that format only. And next one, publication ethics. So before you send an article, you try to visit some plagiarism websites. You cross check. I know that there are many websites, but all have their own limitations. You can send it to any university and ask to generate a report. Most preferred software in many universities Turnitin. So you can send your article to one agency who may have who might have bought Turnitin software with a request to generate a report. And if it is more than 20%, if the AI generated content is less than 10%, if the plagiarism content is more than 20%, standard journals will not publish your article. That is why check plagiarism before you send article for publication. And next one that we have to look at is whether it is open access. If the journal is not in open access, what happens? Though people visit their website, though we publish our article, it will be under paid option. So the researchers cannot open that one. The researchers won't buy our article, and we will be satisfied, but it will not be visible to others. That is why any journal must be open for access. Any reader can easily download your article. If such an option is there in the journal, you choose that one. Then coming to article processing charges. So Scopus journals charge a huge amount. Some journals may charge you 20,000, 30,000. Some Scopus journals are also free. Depending on the topic which you have written, you can choose that one and then take a decision either to pay or whether to choose some other journal, because when you feel that the article processing charges are exorbitant or too much, you can search for some other journal and send it. Then turnaround time. So how much time uh, the editors take in publishing article, that also you decide and send it. And last one, archiving. So you see the archives, whether they are keeping your articles, all the published articles in archives or not. You should also look into this one. Say they keep volumes only for 5 years, but your article appeared 6 years ago. What happens? Your article will not be visible to the researchers. That is why if the archives has more number of volumes, maybe for 10 years, maybe for 15 years, it will be useful for you. So these are the 15 things which we should consider before choosing a journal for our article publication. So final check. So I need not repeat all these things. Look at one statement. Good research deserves a good journal. You are confident that whatever you said is innovative, is a new idea, that that demands, that needs a good journal. So this is about writing a research paper and choosing an appropriate journal for your article publication. So these are the standard journals. So one is Scopus, Web of Science, peer reviewed, and some Scopus journals, Web of Sciences, even peer reviewed journals are also cloned to exploit money from the people who are in dire need of publication. Even Scopus website are all some people are designing fake Scopus websites, and they say that they will publish their article by collecting 15,000, 20,000. They will publish, but uh, after a short gap, maybe after 3 months or after four months, if you revisit that particular website, your article will be missing. So who will be the loser? The researcher will be the loser. The contributor will be the loser. That is why double check whether it is a fake journal, whether it is cloned. Cloned means there will be original website by slightly changing, whether it is slightly changing, like instead of .com, they must have created .ac.in. Like this, somewhere there will be a minor change, which we won't observe most of the times. And considering that its frequency is monthly, its article processing charges are very less. It is a Scopus. We contributors send it and feel happy after publication. But after 4 or 5 months, when we come to know that those journals are cloned journals, we'll be very unhappy. We will be utter disillusion. So that is why be careful whenever you send an article, whenever you choose a journal. And these are the web links. If you want to know the list of Scopus journals, you can visit these websites. I leave this PPT if the organizers permit me. I will post them to the organizer, post this PPT to the organizers. They in turn can post it on the WhatsApp. You can make use of it. Coming to the last part of the presentation, funding agencies for seminars and research projects. So you can visit these particular websites: ICSSR, next one, Indian Council of Historical Research, Indian Council of Philosophical Research, Department of Biotechnology, Indian Council of Medical Research. So all these websites offer projects. Even they also give money to organize seminars. So if you want to do some project, you can visit their website and you can follow the guidelines which they have given and apply for that project, and you can you can carry on that project and submit a report, a detailed report within the stipulated time, within the duration which that agency gives you. So these are the web links. So if you want to organize ICSSR sponsored seminars, you can visit this one. You can, if you want to apply for projects supported by ICSSR, you can visit these web links. So what these agencies will do actually, what is the objective, what is the purpose of establishing these agencies? These agencies play a crucial role in promoting research, innovation, and academic disclosure in India by offering grants or funds for research projects in various disciplines. See, you have one thing in your mind. I am just giving you one example. We are of the opinion that AI is, in a way, reducing our thinking levels. We are completely dependent on AI. We are not reading books. We are not thinking much as AI is there. And with the result, what is happening? Our thinking levels are going down. If you have such a feeling, you can prepare a project. You can come out with a solution by taking up some project. So on this aspect, you can apply for one of the agencies, and get some fund and you can do that research. So before you apply for any project, check the eligibility criteria, go through a detailed proposal, and collaborate with the academic institutions if you want. If there are two institutions, you can choose one from other institution as well. Two persons can carry out, main investigator, co-investigator, you can do that. We have come to the concluding part of my presentation. I'm closing with this quotation once again. If we create a culture where every teacher believes that they need to improve, not because they are not good enough in research, this I have added, the words which are there in italics are added by me, not good enough in research, but because they can even be better. So AI will definitely help us, will certainly assist us, but our contribution must also be there in writing any research paper, in preparing any academic writing, doesn't matter. We need not completely dependent on AI. This is what one of the famous person by name Dylan William says. So finally, I am closing with a caution. Research with AI. Yes, we have to take utmost assist from AI because we are dependent on it. But ultimately, we have to show our own contribution. We have to add our own ideas. We have to include our own thoughts. We have to cross check the facts provided by AI. We have to verify, we have to cross check, we have to double check the facts and write as a scholar, not as an AI dependent. So with this, I'm closing my presentation. Thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to share my views in this most esteemed faculty development program. I thank the organizing committee of Government First Grade College, Chikbalapur, for considering my name to present on this particular aspect in one of the sessions.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for
Thank
such
you.
an informative,
Any questions I can
insightful.
take up?
It was very informative and insightful, highly relevant session, sir. Thank you very much for that. Now I open the session for the questions. Participants can unmute your mic and ask the questions, or else in the chat box, if you are comfortable, you can type the questions. Any questions?
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, please continue.
Sir, I am Suresh Kumar, lecturer in English, working at a government degree college. In the year of 2025, 25, I presented a paper in a national
Yeah, I can see some
seminar.
questions posting in the chat box. Is DI mandatory for publishing an article? These days, I personally feel that a DOI is must.
Sir,
Yeah,
you can continue
peer-reviewed
asking
journals are
questions.
considered for
Some
appointment of associate professor. Previously, there was one
2025, I got it.
list which we used to call it as UGC care list. UGC has identified a very few journals. Only in those journals, the contributors must publish their articles. This was the condition, and only those articles will be considered for evaluation, either for promotion, even for the appointment of assistant or associate. But 2 years ago or a year ago almost, UGC has dispensed off with that list, and it says one can publish articles in peer-reviewed journals, and the universities will come out with a future list if possible. So these days, peer-reviewed articles published in peer-reviewed journals are also considered for the post of associate professor.
Sir, a participant was asking question. Sir, a person was asking the question. You can continue, sir. Someone among the participants was asking the question.
I request the organizers, all the participants, if there are any questions orally, as the voice is unable to reach, they can post it on the chat box. I'll be happy to answer.
Please post the questions in the chat box.
And
Many people are
one
asking,
more,
are posting messages to share this
one
PPT.
more request to the
Earlier, I have told
participants.
you that whatever the information that I have with me is to share. That is the responsibility of an academician. I'll certainly share the PPT to the organizers, and without any doubt, they can send it to all the participants.
Sir, among the participants, one person was asking the question. Can you please continue or put it in the chat box, sir?
Yeah, how can we find the cloned journals? Can you show the difference? Okay. I have shared one link in the chat box,
Hello, ma'am.
which
Can
will take
I
you to
have a doubt,
cloned
ma'am?
journals. How
I
many
have a
research
doubt. Can
papers
I
need
have
to
the
be published to be
opportunity
awarded a
of
PhD?
getting my doubt clarified
See,
by the resource
all
person?
universities are autonomous bodies. Each university has the autonomy to decide how many articles their research scholars are supposed to publish.
Sir, our
Each
resource
university
person has
has
a
their own
problem with
guidelines.
his
See,
mic,
one
I guess.
university will
You please
permit only
type in
2
the chat
articles.
box, sir.
One university
The
will
problem
permit
is
He
4
would look into it.
articles, but
the problem is I am attending
uh,
the session on mobile phone,
2
ma'am. That's the
scopus,
reason.
2
Otherwise,
peer reviewed.
I would have typed the
Let me
question
take a call.
on the
This.
chat box itself.
Hello, sir.
So I am with mobile, ma'am. That's the problem.
Ah, ah, right. అదే ఇక్కడ మరి ఎందుకు టెక్నికల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ సార్ నాకు అర్థం కాదు. ఇన్ని కాన్ఫరెన్సెస్ నేను అటెండ్ అయినాను. అవునవును. నేను రైట్. ఓకే.
You can ask that participant to raise his question.
So now can I ask, ma'am? Have I got
Yes,
access?
you can ask, sir. Yes, you can ask.
Good afternoon, sir. I hope you remember me. I am Mr. S. Suresh Kumar, working as a lecturer at a government degree college, sir. In particular, it is Palamne.
Sir, ask, sir. You ask. You can ask, sir. Suresh, sir, you can ask.
Ma'am,
Yeah, you can
can I
proceed.
can I continue, ma'am? Can I resume? Can I
Yeah,
continue, ma'am?
you can continue, sir.
Sir, last year I presented a paper in a national seminar, and later the paper was published on a journal called IJOES. We were not at all given any DOI. Later, it was not. Later, it is found that it was not at all available in uh, Google Scholar or any other online sources, sir. So I have a doubt whether it is a cloned journal or not. If you don't mind, could you clarify my situation with that particular journal, sir?
Mangala madam, can you repeat that question to resource person?
Otherwise, should I
Mangala
repeat?
madam?
Last year I presented a paper. Last year I presented a paper in a national seminar, sir, and the paper was published in a journal called IJOES, but we were not provided any DOI. It was not available. Currently, it is not available on net.
Is it
Is it a
IJOES, sir?
IJOES? Yes, sir, it is IJOES.
Yeah, International Journal of English Studies.
Yes, exactly, sir.
Okay.
We were not. I was not given, or I was not allotted any DOI for that, sir.
No, IJOES gives you a DOI.
Couldn't get anything, sir.
No, what you can do is if your article is not assigned any DOI, you can directly write to the editor. Their policy is if you pay an additional charge of 120 rupees, I think. If they have increased the price, I do not know. Maybe I do not know the exact amount right now. It was the previous amount. You can ask the editor to provide one DOI. They have that facility. Those who pay the money, they will assign one DOI for each article.
Okay, sir. And I'm paying 150 or 200 rupees towards DOI, we can get, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome, sir. There is one question in the chat box. What is the difference between approved journal, UGC approved journals, UGC care listed journals? Before UGC care list came into existence, there was a list which was called UGC approved journals. But later UGC felt that most of the journals are substandard in the approved list. That is why they have removed that approved journals list and again created one more list which they called it UGC care list. But both are not in vogue now, so you can choose any peer reviewed journal. There is no UGC approved journal now, there is no UGC care list now. Both are removed.
So, dear participants, if you have any other questions, you can know.
Participants, if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box. No other questions?
I think there are no questions, ma'am. There are no more questions.
There is one question, sir.
Quillbot is
Yeah.
a paid version. That question is there in the chat box, but our resource person has some problem with his mic, I guess.
I think, okay.
He can't hear us properly.
So, put his number in the chat box, ma'am, so that if it is not possible for interaction, later those things can be clarified with the resource.
Yeah, that we can do, sir. That we can do, I think.
That they could get it clarified later.
Okay. Sunita ma'am, can we go
I,
further?
I think he's checking his chat box. Let us give me a half-minute time to resource person.
Okay, madam.
He's checking check box, chat box. Sir. Mangala, madam, shall we
Yeah, ma'am.
conclude this?
Yeah. Let us go further, ma'am. Then let us conclude. Thank you, sir. Thank you for such an informative, insightful, and very engaging, highly relevant session. Your presentation has given us valuable insights into how AI tools can support researchers in literature exploration, research assistance, and academic writing. It also reminds us of the importance of originality, verification, ethics, and academic integrity. Uh, Now, I would gladly call upon Dr. Suresh Babu, Associate Professor, Department of Commerce, GFGC Chikaballapur, to express our sincere gratitude to today's resource person for sharing his valuable knowledge and practical insights. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, all. This is Suresh Babu from Government First Grade, Chikballapur. 7-day national level online faculty development program, that is teaching in the age of AI, digital, innovative pedagogy, research, and academic practice. Today it is day 6, 15th August 2026. Today's topic was research and academic writing with AI tools, research assistance, literature review, and academic writing. Respected Principal, Professor Vasundhara R., IQAC Coordinator, Dr. P. Sunita, esteemed resource person, Dr. Talanki Jeevan Kumar, sir, Associate Professor and Head Department of English, Government Arts College, Anantapuram, Andhra Pradesh. Distinguished faculty members, research scholars, and my dear participants. It is my proud privilege to propose vote of thanks on the 6th day of this highly enriching faculty development program organized by IQAC Government First Grade College, Chikbalapur. First and foremost, I express our sincere felt gratitude to Dr. Talanki Jeevan Kumar, TESOL Certified Master Trainer, Associate Professor and Head, Department of English, Government Arts College, Anantapuram, Andhra Pradesh, for his valuable and insightful session on research and academic writing with AI tools, research assessment, literature review, and academic writing. His presentation offered practical insight into how AI tools can support researchers in identifying relevant literature, organizing ideas, improving academic writing, and enhancing research productivity. His emphasis on using AI tools responsibly and ethically is particularly valuable in the present academic environment. We are especially grateful to user for making the session highly interactive, practical, and research oriented. The examples and explanation and responses during the interactive session helped all participants understand how AI can be meaningfully integrated into different stages of the research and academic writing process. I also place on record our sincere appreciation to Dr. Mangal Kumari Ma'am, Associate Professor, Department of English, for her excellent welcome address as well as anchoring throughout all the 6 days, and one more day is ahead, and Master of Ceremony, and to Professor P. Sunita, Professor, Department of English, IPSC Coordinator, for providing a meaningful introduction to the resource person. Our sincere thanks goes to the Principal, Professor Vasundhara, for her continuous encouragement and support in organizing this national level FDP. I also express my gratitude to Mr. P. Sunita, IPSC Coordinator, for her leadership and systematic coordination in making this program academically meaningful and successful. I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the technical team members, such as Professor Narsimurthy sir, Professor Nagaraju sir, Professor Anil R, and Professor Nitin Kumar Anthony sir, and Professor Shankar sir, Professor Radhika ma'am, Dr. Prabha, and all other esteemed faculties and colleagues of our college. And your enthusiasm and encouragement have truly strengthened the academic spirit of this FDP. Finally, I thank the technical team and all those working behind the scenes for ensuring the smooth conduct of the online session. The technical support and coordination have contributed greatly to the success of today's program. With these words, I once again express our deepest gratitude to Mr. Talanki, Jeevan Kumar, and to everyone who contributed to the success of Day 6. May the knowledge gained today inspire us to undertake better research, stronger literature, reviews, and responsible use of AI. Thank you, one and all. I am done with the vote of thanks. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your heartful thanking words for today's session. Friends, with this, we come to the end of the 6th day of our faculty development program. Let us carry forward today's learning and continue our journey towards becoming more effective, innovative, and responsible educators and researchers. See you on Monday at the same time for the last session of our 7 days online faculty development program. Thank you all and wish you once again a very happy Independence Day. Jai Hind and Jai Karnataka.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
ma'am. Happy Independence Day
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
to everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
all.
Thank you, sir.